I'd say close to 20 euros. But one shot is 30 bucks. That's literally 20 euros after all the fees and shit. So, you guys are paying for drinks. Thank you very much. One moment. Okay. Imagine how much money you can save by smoking 2 packs a day and drinking 1 liter of vodka. Damn, that's like extreme. That's extreme. I don't drink literally every day 20 euros. But if I drink like heavily, it's pretty much that's the limit. But I gotta say, I admit I've been drinking a lot since 3.0 update. The update is just so good for the game, made me want to celebrate every day. Three shots down. I see the roadmap, looks good. I eat well. Quality food, lots of vegetables. If you drink less, you would have a lot of extra money, but maybe. There are times when I don't drink for several weeks. I feel like it's time to drink right now. Okay, you know, it's just that time of the year. It's time for drinking. So 1 turn of Dur 2, and then we switch to Thorgrim.
Proud son of Argwylon.
Honestly, I know you guys something I drink a lot, but I would say I'm drinking that much. Lately, I feel like I've been rarely having any side effects from it, like lethargy, loss of energy, or hangovers. It's literally just been maybe 2 hangovers in the last 2 weeks. And not really the bad ones, bad kinds either. I've been drinking a lot, Bumkles. Definitely more than anybody should drink. But it's not that a lot that I think it's super unhealthy. It's definitely not healthy though.
Argwylon.
I eat well and I exercise nearly every day, so far having literally don't see any much downsides to this daily drinking. I definitely felt problems with this back in 2020. I nearly spent a whole month of drinking, over 3 weeks. Man, the lethargy at the end of it. I literally had to stop drinking and felt like a different person.
Glade Lord, at your service.
Liver is going to be fine as long as you take 2-day breaks after several days. So the way I do it is I try not to drink 7 days straight. I drink like 5 days, then 2 days break, and then start drinking again if I continue drinking. The 2-day break should be enough to balance things.
Seeking unseen paths. How can I assist you?
One battle against those guys, huh? Drunkate.
Glade
You
Lord.
haven't gotten drunk in 3 years? Well, in the last couple of days I haven't really gotten drunk, but I got into like almost to that point. I know when I get drunk, I have trouble sleeping. It's like I fall asleep easily. Just close my eyes and I fall asleep. But then I wake up in like 4 to 5 hours and I feel like shit for the next 5 hours. Those days are bad days of drinking. Especially if we hangover later. But if I go to sleep and I wake up 9 hours later without any side effects, means I haven't hit that the breaking point.
Lord of Athelloren.
When you drink too much that they actually put you to sleep and then you wake up 4 and 5 hours later feeling tired and hangover, that's when you push the limit.
These are dark times.
I come from an alcoholic family too, so it's in my genes as well to drink, but I'm drinking way less than from what my family did. My brother and me, we drink almost the same. My mother and father, they're literally functional alcoholics, and my father's side of family, pretty much all functional alcoholics.
Orders?
So we destroyed Kemler. We need another 17 regions. We're gonna go and bully for this. Let's go to Kate, make it interesting, right? Wood Elves versus Kate, what do you guys say? We haven't fought Kate with Wood Elves before. We need to use the roots though, deep roots. Blackout drunk. Well, in 7 years of streaming and drinking, happened once to me, I think. Once I passed out on a Witcher 3 stream, and I left the stream on. But I underestimated what I was drinking. There were no shakers at the time, there, bro.
I go.
Did I puke? I did puke the next day. I did. In the last 7 years of drinking and streaming, I puked at least 5 times. 4 or 5 times. I think 5 times max. Might have been 4 to 5 times. One day I literally felt sick for like 8 hours instead of just puking and feeling bad for like 30 minutes. But I puked 4 to 5 times in the last 7 years.
Guardian of the Deepwood.
They did destroy Icket Claw.
Tracking.
Against the code.
Yes. I will slow them. Absolutely not.
When I get drunk, I get to the point where I just want to keep it going, but you get that feeling that it's going to dissipate or it's gonna fade away that feeling of being drunk. But as I'm getting older, I really understand that body needs several hours to recover from that. My younger me would just keep drinking, but current me knows that feeling lasts for several hours. If you keep drinking when you're at that point, then it's when you're gonna be puking. But now I understand that this thing, the body needs several hours to recover from that. That's the point when if you keep drinking, you're going to be sick the next day. There's no garrisons. Is this... this is definitely not what's supposed to be, right? G-Bob, right? Playing as Argwylon, Fort Berg Bress has no garrison. It was not hidden, they just forgot to assign it. These settlements used to have garrisons. Even for Wood Elves. Wood Elves keep small outposts, and even the small outposts have garrisons, but if they keep forts, forts are the special places that should have bigger garrisons. Yeah, this place are all fine. Durtu is going to Grankate. This campaign is probably one of the most passive, chill campaigns in all of Warhammer 3, due to the nature and the flavor of this campaign. You just literally have to guard the magical forests, and only have one expedition army. You literally don't even need an expedition army, but I think Durt should be the expedition army. While everybody else is literally just passive. Just tend to the gardens, yeah. One thing that's fun in this campaign is to see how strong Taliesin is by getting more enemies.
So,
They seem to have been doing pretty well with military so far. But we need to find more enemies for them. Taliesin has that powerful effect. The more enemies they have, the cheaper their armies are. That's a really powerful effect. If it works for the AI, that's really, really powerful. Okay, and turn. We haven't still seen the fat guy in battle. I really think Norska in the current state is a Nurgle faction. You just get the fat green guy and have fun with him. Don't care about settlements or anything else. Okay, switching to Torgrim. I'm here, boys, so for the wait. Where were we? We're sending Durtu to Grankate to fight some Grankate. How do you say Kateans? Grankate people? Craig Halls of Findle to Craig Halls of Findle. Aha, this bait does not work anymore. We're playing 3 campaigns. We need to use this thing here. We need to get in the forest first. This is the deep root mechanic. We have to enter the Nasus, right? Man, the Nasus music. I'm gonna be playing some of the Nasus music later today with Booba Games. You know how we call when people are opening boosters in real life in Magic the Gathering or Pokemon, haha? Kraken. Crack boosters. Kraken. There's a guy that comes when we're the people opening a box. There is like video of narcomane. There's basically like a druggie, like a addict, like a heroin addict or something like this. And then the next day you see him too. I don't know, nothing really can beat that feeling when you're opening a box of cards and we actually open something of value. For a couple of days, it's just that high that scares you. Makes you better at everything. What is this madman giggling? Nothing.
Assyrian wills it. I go.
How much the bottle is gone? Almost a half. It's a 0.7 liters bottle. Yeah, I used to be a big Panini collector. Anything they would release, I would collect. But nowadays, Panini, you literally need to spend so much money to collect it without trading. Might as well better collect Magic the Gathering or Pokemon. My favorite time of Panini was France '98 and that car album they had in 2000. We had a blast. Everybody was so hyped and addicted to that shit. France '98 and the car album of 2000s. This was before we found trade card games like the Pokemon. Italy '90, France '98. Well, Cookies, you might be way older than me, so yeah. But yeah, I understand it. This Panini was a thing before trading card games. A lot of the people who collected the stickers, you know, switched to the trading card games. Like somebody calculated that the Qatar, was it in the somewhere in the Middle East, the last championship? I wasn't even tracking it. I don't know, but somebody was tracking. You need to spend on average 1,000 euros to collect all the stickers yourself. 1,000 euros. For 1,000 euros, you literally you have everything you want in Magic the Gathering in Standard and or Pioneer. Heck, even a modern deck. So for that amount of money, you can play Magic the Gathering. Like, I'm not sure if you can get any money back out of Panini stuff, but you can definitely get money back out of Magic. Some weeks I literally sell stuff I don't need anymore, and it makes a difference. Even if I get half my money back, that's still worth it.
Defender of Argwylon.
If you're buying singles and not just a sealed product, you can definitely make over half your money back with Magic the Gathering.
Opening the gates.
Maybe to the right people, Heretic. Yeah, maybe to the right people, but I can't compete with trading card games.
Orders.
Like Pokemon collecting is hardcore. cards are expensive and people pay money for it. Magic's a little bit less so, but it's still huge. And mostly playable stuff. I don't even play Modern, and the decks I have cost over 1,000 euros. Not a single deck, but the 5 decks I have. I have 3 standard decks, 2 pioneer decks, and 1 pauper deck. And the fact you get to play a lot with these cards over time as well, it's just extra value. Okay, we are currently on dirt, right? Okay, next turn. I don't know, guys, about you know what your interests are, but every day I get a Pokemon for my collection. I'm happier that day, a little bit more happier. I get like 2 or 3 of them. I'm happy for a couple of days. It just gets you through the times, keeps you distracted. My Pokemon collection has grown quite a bit in the last couple of months. I don't go crazy with it. I just have it on a budget. But every time I get new ones, every day I get new Pokemon. It's a really happy day, fun day. Yeah, you have to do it on a budget, especially when you're doing a collection. If you're a collector, if you're collecting things, you have to do it on a budget. Like this month is gonna be rough for this, cause I had to pay some stuff. I had to buy new eyeglasses. I had to buy new earbuds, and I had to give some money to my brother because he's leaving the country. So it's not gonna be a good day for a good month for collecting. But the next month, you know, things are gonna change again. So you have to just balance things. Random expenses is where it gets you. But I have a budget set aside for these things. Some months are better than others, but I think overall it keeps me busy, keeps me distracted, and sometimes brings me happiness. And I'm fine with this. My brother's leaving. Yeah, he's leaving to Austria for training to work on a luxury boat, and he's gonna be assigned to a boat. He's gonna be away for 3 months. He quit job 2 months ago. Last month, 2 months. It's been a while now. So he's gonna go work outside the country like anybody that wants to have a future in this country. Yeah, I've been getting Scarlet and Violet cards, Sunflux. I have already all the most expensive ones. I opened the box and some other boosters aside. I intended sealed and I traded for some. I literally have everything from that set. Very, very happy with that set. Koraidon and Miraidon look nice as well. And Arwen and that other girl. I forgot what her name is. Something with M. Traveling to here. I was actually trading today magic cards to the local salesman at the game store. I was trying to get some Pioneer cards to Steam Vents, Narzet's Reversal, and another card I need for my Pioneer deck. It's kind of nice, you know, trade like 30 euro of cards of Pokemon to Magic cards. This is not the first time I did it as well. Trading, you know, cards Magic for Pokemon or Pokemon for Magic. There's surprisingly a lot of people collecting Pokemon. This is what also gave me a green light to, you know, start collecting myself. I was collecting those weird sets of Magic before that. You know, like Forgotten Realms, Dungeons & Dragons, Baldur's Gate, Warhammer 4000. I think Pokemon are way more fun than those sets. There's actually even a Lord of the Rings and a Doctor Who stuff coming in Magic this year.
The deep wood stirs.
We get shit right away for fragrance. We have a premium local game store. One of those top 1% local game stores in the world here. The guys did an amazing job getting that store to work. It's an amazing place to interact, socialize with other players, attend tournaments in various games, not just Magic and Pokemon. And they have all the products and stuff. It's like, I don't know, it's like elite of the elite in these businesses.
I will open them.
Is far from my pace 45-minute brisk walk or 30 minutes if I just walk and use the streetcar. It's good for exercise as well. I think it's fine. There is two of them. One is a premium store, one is a regular one. So it's pretty. There's a lot of things to attend to. Magic scene is busy here, although you know the categories are separated. Only the commander is crowded, but there's plenty of things to do. I'm in Zagreb, yeah.
Guardian of the deep wood.
Put heroes back into control here.
Hunting.
I don't really care about those RCQ stuff, the regional qualifiers. Those events seems too intense for me. But I attend some stuff, you know, to learn or to compete. Because you know I'm still behind some people with experience. Hey, Delilah. Yeah, I've been playing card games my whole life. Ever since the 1999, I think, early 2000s. I play Standard, yes. I play the local game store. I play at Magic Arena. Most of my go-to archetype. I play a little bit, literally everything. I like competitive decks. My favorite colors are blue and black, the mirror colors, so more control stuff. Currently playing mid-range black in Standard and control UV white, UV control in Pioneer. Now that they extended Standard, I'm gonna be making new decks. Standard was always my favorite thing, because I always liked things that constantly shift and change. But I've been having a blast in Pioneer. For some reason, I went with the blue-white control in Pioneer instead of the mirror. I don't know why, but I'm stuck with it. The deck is it's hard to play, but it's very rewarding when you're successful. I think the white-blue is stronger deck, but it's harder to play than the black and blue. In my opinion, the strongest card in Pioneer is Thoughtseize. So any deck that can run Thoughtseize will be easy to play. That's what I feel like. I think you need a lot of experience playing Control in these formats. You have to know how the other decks work, not just your own deck.
Argwylon enchant.
Yeah, I've been thinking of making the mid-range white deck. It's definitely better than the mid-range black. But now that they extended standard, I'm probably gonna get wedding announcements. I was getting ready for rotation, but since there is no rotation now, the extending standard changed my whole plan. I even bought one Fable the Mirror Breaker. I have no doubt that the Fabled Mirror Breaker is going to be restricted or banned in Standard, but it's still going to be a great card for Pioneer and other formats. Orion is going wild, yes. It seems like his bonus works, Oki. It seems like his bonus work, and I'm very happy about that.
The Warden of Tor Ivres.
With
Yet?
Sarda.
I don't think the banning is the right move. They should restrict it. Only allow 1 or 2 copies per deck. Banning is bad for the game, especially Standard. They just need to restrict it. Only allow 1 or 2 copies per deck. Yeah, this is good.
I see little more than a squirm. There's no leaving.
I think that's the way to go. Bans are bad for Standard, because people need to buy new products. People need to get cards. Printed cards need to be played, not just set aside for different format.
Ever watchful.
Restrictions are probably the way to go. If card is too powerful, just restrict 1 copy per deck or 2. If it's causing trouble, put it to 3. Especially if it's like a card you play 4 copies of. Like in Standard, cards like Fable the Mirror Breaker, Wandering Emperor, Reckoner, Bagbuster, Invoke Despair, Shieldred the Apocalypse, to name a few. They could easily restrict those cards to only 1 or 2 copies. Fable the Mirror Breaker and Reckoner Bagbuster are probably the more troublesome cards.
Enchant Gracia. Argwylon enchant.
Magic the Gathering, according to some, is the original pay-to-win game. But it's also a game of skill and RNG. This pay-to-win concept is old. You can't pay to win. It's online or in paper. You're either gonna have the deck or you're not. You're gonna play it or not, or pay to unlock faster. There's no pay to win. There's no magic ammo or guaranteed extra mana per turn, stuff like that. There's no pay to win. That shit is just a meme. Magic is way too complex to ever be paid to win. You can either compete or you cannot.
The forest is whispering.
And people that usually can't compete on that level, they make red deck wins. Because they either don't want to invest that much money in the game, or they don't have it. Well, Norseman, look at it like this. Look at it like this. I will give you an example. Where the fuck is Durtu? Durtu is here. Let's say Durtu is 95 guy that has 800 euro salary in Eastern Europe, or at least in Croatia. And you got Durtu. Durtu is you. You got 19 cards in your deck. You can put 19 Dryads. That's all you can afford. Because Dryads are cheap. And your strategy will be all in, charge the enemy, win fast. But if you have a little bit better budget, you can put stuff like a Treebeard, Ancient Treeman, or a Treekin, or some Planeswalkers, I mean heroes, and add more diversity to your strategy. No longer aggro, but you turn into mid-range. You can afford this, your strategy will be different. Doesn't mean your deck will be weaker or stronger. You just have to adjust what you can, what you have, what you can afford, and what you want to play. Anybody can build any deck in the course of a couple of months. Overnight, it's impossible in Paper Magic. In Arena, sure. Magic Online, sure. Your credit card will get you that stuff enabled immediately. Even if you have the money on the paper, like I've been spending last week just to get 3 leyline bindings, and I don't even have some of the times to create domain control to play. It's a process. It takes time. And in cases of people like me and some other people, their time is worth more than these cards. It's not about money. Are you going to grind those free-to-play games, or you gonna do something else to get those resources going? Zinchian Kulta. Attack them. Damn! What the hell? They all get all magic attacks. These guys are trouble for our armies. Strategy games are not that simple to play like people think. And people think, you know, I will get the economy sorted, I will get the wallet sorted, and I'll just win. Sometimes, sure, you'll win. But sometimes it's about your way of thinking and strategy, and how you develop experience over time to get better at it. There's no pay to win. Repetition is key in strategy. Nothing really, from my experience playing strategy games my whole life, repetition is the most important thing. With repetition, you get experience. With experience, you get confidence, and with confidence, you get to win more often. And sometimes, even when you make the best plays, you still lose to RNG. In the case of card games. Sometimes you make a wrong decision. Sometimes you make a mistake. All comes down to experience that is brought by repetition. They have a lot of these flyers.
Onward. Speed of Azrael. Lady of Lauren. Strength of summer.
Flaxina.
Jimmy says we're missing archers. Oh, Jimmy.
Ever ready.
The troops are actually really good at that against our troops. Like, Forsaken are just better dryads. That army is bugged though, look at this. They're not even shooting. What the fuck they've done to this game? Zinch does counter our composition quite nice, but they're bugged. Hey, Sergeant Pepper. I'm happy to report there was no Norsk today. This battle will be unwinnable? No, we have a lot of life endured too. We would have just suffered crazy casualties.
As you said.
Like, the Eagles are very good against Flamers. If they're not bugged, they would actually be a huge threat. Somehow they fucked up the AI. They made the AI worse. I don't think we're gonna see Norska tonight through this. People don't give a shit about that campaign. That campaign is a rich critical mass. The best thing for Norse campaign to happen is to remove 128 regions.
Fear the deep wood.
It was definitely funny, but now it's just
The great hunt.
fucked up.
Moving out.
You're still laughing? Well, Sergeant Pepper, it makes me happy that you at least got your money worth then. and Elish lost to the bank. I might be laughing in like 45 days when I can actually see that money. Or at least be satisfied about it. That was a good mount, May, thanks to Pepper and Kai. We're not another hunters. Get the fuck out of here, heretic.
Orders understood.
We are at the stage where Norse campaigns needs to end. So we can finish the other campaigns and play Carl. And maybe something else. And get ready for other stuff. Sergeant Pepper says I was stone cold sober. You watching this stream stone cold sober? How is it? Always. Hellman Gordon before Carl. I would like the opinion of the chat in a campaign with Durth. Would you use archers, and if not, why? Archers in a forest. This faction is perfect not to use archers. To show that wood elves don't even need the other elves to fight in melee. I keep it varied one Steinberg. One day it's wine, the other day is rum, the next day is whiskey, the other day is vodka, and the next day is gin. My body gets confused so much, it's like starting doing Pep Meltdown. And one day is cooking rum. Never beer. I drink very little beer. There's too much sugar in beer. Well, I didn't know, Sergeant Pepper. Usually the alcohol side drinker is 0.0000 and close to 4% alcohol. Still 2000 calories though. Per bottle. It's not 50% sugar, but it's more like 10 to 20%. I got worried when he went from sober to drunk in a 10-minute break before Norska's speech. That never happened. Yeah, alcohol is pure energy. It might be even worse than actual sugar. But I've not been getting any weight with it. Two AM McDonald's. Diplomatico rum was amazing. Fucking amazing. One of the best rums. That was the best rum I had. That first Diplomatico one, the cheaper one, was the best. I do McDonald's on Monday sometimes. I was in McDonald's on Monday with my brother and a friend. I had big tasty bacon and I don't even remember what else, but it was a big tasty bacon. Diet Coke and it was nuggets as well with it. Nuggets too. We get like a nuggets for for all of us. We always got to eat after Monday Magic Night. I think occasionally McDonald's is fine. I haven't gained or lost any weight in the last 6 months. I think it's because of alcohol. I did drink a lot in the winter. Like a lot. Sometimes in McDonald's in my city we have this called the I don't know what you would call it in English, but they're basically special burgers made by I don't know. They make like a I'm not even sure what's the word, but they do it for a couple of weeks, and it's like a really good stuff. Which drink gave me the worst hangover? Tequila. Tequila gives me the worst hangover. How much longer are you planning to stream? Another 2 hours. Tequila is bad. Really bad. Red wine, you probably not drink enough water, Alnuzi. You need to drink red wine with water. Like a glass of red wine, you drink a glass of water with it. Tequila is the worst. It was a cheap tequila, Cludis, I think. I think it was called like Sierra Leone or something like that. I have had the worst hangovers from tequila. It hits me hard. And every time I had it, I was throwing up. I never seem to have hangover from gin. Gin seems to be the best drink for me. And it's just like a better vodka. Rum, most of the time also goes pretty well. But gin always delivers, never hangover. But I like gin with tonic, gin and tonic. Gonna get 15 armor for our forest spirits and 25 resist. I also never had any hangover from Smirnoff vodka. Other vodka usually yes. When I have vodka with like bitter lemon drinks like Schweppes or the other imitations, never have any troubles as well. It's a really enjoyable drinks as well. Like, vodka cocktails are fine too. Smirnoff ones seem to be the best, never any hangovers. But sometimes I buy cheap vodka and it's the worst. I'm a big fan of gin. I like Bombay Sapphire and like the beef water. Is it called the beef water or beef eater? I don't know. Beef eater. I think it's beef eater. Beef eater gin and Bombay Sapphire, the 47% one. This is the my favorite. This one here. Bombay Sapphire, 47% alcohol. Ice cold with some tonic. Beef eater is good too. I haven't tried the more expensive ones, but what's the point? This one's I'm already very happy about. There is that green bottle, tank something. I haven't tried yet. I don't know. Tankurai. I want to try that one. I haven't yet. That one is slightly more expensive. Slightly more expensive. I usually tend to pick decent price bottles that have 1 liter bottles. But that green bottle one definitely looks like something I want to try. Hendrix Gin. Yeah, I think gin is one of my favorite strong alcohols. I sometimes get cravings for whiskey, but gin is one of the best.
Deep wood.
Black Barrel Jameson, I haven't tried that one either.
Hunting.
But I like Jameson. I like Jameson a lot. Jameson might be my favorite whiskey. Slightly ahead of Jack Daniels. I remember when I started drinking this shit for the first time, it all tasted like poison. But over time, you get to learn the differences. Grelmont says, Elich, when I have a job, I'm going to ship you some actual fucking good gin. Kekwi. Beefeater is good though. Yeah, Beefeater doesn't disappoint. And Safer Bombay, 47%. Sign me up. I used to, in early days of streaming, I used to drink a lot of Jim Beam. Either Jim Beam cans with cola or just Jim Beam whiskey.
I cannot follow these orders. Protector of the forest.
One of my favorite things was Jägermeister. But I can't drink it anymore. I just can't drink it anymore. I got traumatized playing Alien with Jägermeister. And it's just... I'm scarred for life. If I taste Jägermeister, it's almost like I'm facing trauma. I haven't touched Jägermeister since I played the Alien Isolation that one time.
Going forth.
When I played the Alien Isolation for the first time, I was drinking a bottle of Jägermeister. And now I can't drink it anymore. And it used to be one of my favorite things. Initially it tastes like medicine, but after a while it's good shit. We have our own version of Jägermeister, we call it Plinkovats. And it's pretty good as well. But Alien Isolation has ruined these drinks for me. Used to be my favorite alcoholic drinks. The best alcoholic drinks are they taste good and they get you drunk. And like vodka, fucking toxic. But vodka in a cocktail, fucking amazing. Type of thing. And Jägermeister was that for me. How is Dinosaur doing? It's still holding. This is plus 4% income, huh? Marconos lives again is Strelok, which is cheaper construction. Gal, you know, when you don't have Jägermeister, Plinkovats is good, Gal. It can compete Jägermeister. No way. But if that is available, sure. But Jägermeister was my favorite until Alien Isolation stream. I can't touch it anymore. It's like it's fucked up. I have a near-death experience watching Dr. House, and I can't watch Dr. House anymore. I have Corona playing Divinity Original Sin 2. I can't play it anymore. I had Trauma playing Alien Isolation for the first time, drinking Jägermeister. I can't touch it anymore. It just goes like that. That first Alien Isolation run was one of the biggest trauma in my life, really. Yeah, I had COVID-19 during Divinity Original Sin 2. I was actually streaming while having deadly fever. In 2 days in the bed, I sweat like 7 kilos of water. I was kept on painkillers, fever medicine, and I was still streaming. I just can't continue after that. And I really miss Dr. House. I used to have so much fun rewatching Dr. House. Same like I was in the hospital having, I mean, it's like it was fucked up, man. I had crazy fever, hallucinations. You guys know hallucinations. I'm not sure if you ever experienced hallucinations, like real hallucinations. It's not as pleasant as they show it in the movies. Real hallucinations take you a while to realize that you were even hallucinating. And then you have to understand how the environment actually reacted to you hallucinating in the first place, like other people. And after that, I was watching Gotham. And I just can't watch it again, and I really enjoyed it as well. So, I mentioned this before. I was in the hospital having a fever. I hallucinated. I was literally in a mission with the Arrow team, and there was an alien in the room. While I was like sweating like crazy. That was my life, hell for 2 days. Unresponsive to the doctors and the procedures. And it took me a while to realize what was happening, like a week or two. Because just before I was sent to hospital, I was rewatching the Alien movies. And then I started watching Dr. House. And then I got a deadly infection. Which made me end up in a hospital for 3 weeks. It all connects. To me, it looked like this. I was literally paralyzed to the bed. The Arrow team was whispering to my ear, like with a headphone. And I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but I guess they were trying to same for the alien. Well, the alien was moving in the room while I was paralyzed in fear. And that's pretty much my experience. That might not have been exactly what was happening, but from my perspective, my understanding of the thing after a couple of days, that's how I interpreted it. The doctors and the nurses, who the fuck knows what they experienced with me in the room, not even being myself. They wanted to call a psychiatrist, apparently, to have a conversation with me, but I told them that I was just stunned from the fever and shit like that. They cancelled it. I had a toothache, which created an infection in my throat, which was spreading to choke my throat and eventually kill me. If I stayed one more day at home, I would have died. So I had to have a surgery for the infection and to remove my tooth. And it created an allergic reaction to antibiotics, and I had to stay 3 weeks in the hospital. That happened just before I started streaming. You know, to make the matters worse, I was in an intense care room, and right next to me there was a kid screaming. Kid had some kind of problem with his eyes. It was a young kid. They had to put something into his eyes that was burning, and the kid was screaming like all the time. It was a fucking horror movie. So what caused the infection? Months leading before I got the infection, I had the regular toothaches and bleeding in my mouth, and eventually infected. It got infected, and that's what caused it. My usual go-to for this was just to push through it, but it got infected really badly, and that's how I ended up in the hospital. The kid was real. No, the kid was real. The kid was real. Oh, the kid had some real big problem with the eyes, and it was torture to even hear it. There's nothing worse than hearing kids suffer around you. There's nothing worse. When you have kids around you suffering, screaming, that's like the worst thing. Nobody wants to hear kids suffer. And that kid was suffering. They have to attack. It's because it's a spawned army. It's kind of bad design. They should have just disbanded after the first battle.
Fear everywhere. Battle ready.
I had a couple of I had 2 near-death experiences in my life. I was in a car accident where I nearly died, and the recovery was a bitch. Getting hit by a car, you don't feel anything. Recovering for that, it's absolute nightmare. I had 2 fractures in my left leg, fracture of my whatever the bone is in the butt, concussion. The recovery was a nightmare. Even if you survive getting hit by a car, you're never gonna be the same.
Orders understood.
How old were you then? I was 13. 13 when I got hit by the car. It was a miracle that I survived, apparently. According to people. I flew from one side of the sidewalk to the other side of the sidewalk, which was like 18 feet. Nobody even warned me, but they were taking off my cast on my leg. It hurt like unimaginable pain. It's like you get hit by a car, you don't feel anything. It's such a trauma that your body literally just forgets about it. But when they were taking off the cast from my leg, it was like the most painful thing I ever experienced. When I started moving my leg. What happened? Well, I was at the fault and the driver was at the fault. I was running across the sidewalk. There was a truck parked. I couldn't see the car. Car hit me. The car, you know, I just jumped in front of him. He didn't take brake at the time. We were both at the fault. When you get hit by a car like that, it's literally instant death. But somehow I survived. Because the shock kills you. The shock will kill you. But that was a dangerous crosswalk, as I've seen numerous cars causing accidents at that point. Especially during bad weather. Must be a bitch for the car drivers to always drive fast over the sidewalks. Especially in areas like that. You never know. So I had 2 fractures in my left leg. I fractured my bone in the butt, and I had a concussion. It took me a while to recover, like a while. It literally changed my life when that happened. I was no longer the same. The driver was apparently the fault because he didn't hit the brake fast enough. Because the cars are made to hit the brake. He was at the fault according to the I don't know what they called it, the traffic people. He was at the fault because he didn't hit the brake fast enough. But I think it was my fault as well because I was just running over the sidewalk as well. But they ruled that he was at the fault because they ruled that he should have hit the brake and the car should have stopped before hitting me, or something like that. I think it taken like 9 months to recover. 9 months. The worst part of this was when they taken the cask off and I was sent home. And when I would sleep at the night, and when I would randomly move around in the bed, and when I would move my left leg, which had 2 fractures. Pain you wouldn't imagine. It was extremely. Just imagine you're trying to sleep, you're moving around in the bed, and you are randomly moving your left leg, which had 2 fractures. Just crazy. I would get scared to even go to sleep. Did you get any money from the accident? Yeah, I did. Not much. My father got like 2,500 euros. Because they tried to sue it instead of settling, and they made it worse. Do you even remember what you exactly did before the accident? I just remember running across the sidewalk. And the next thing I remember, I woke up in the hospital doing a scan. And the pain was unmanageable. I just passed out while they were doing the scan. I don't even remember the pain, but I instantly passed out when I woke up. And the next thing, I woke up in the bed. With them fixing everything. It was just like a couple of days in split seconds, you know, because it was very painful. My body forgot the pain of getting hit by the car, and my body forgot the pain of waking up on the surgery table while they're trying to do the scans before they're doing the surgery or whatever. Before they were doing the cask, fixing the leg, something like that. But it was just split seconds. Split second pass out, split second pass out, and then waking up in the bed a couple of days later. The driver got jail time? No, he had insurance. You know, like I said, nobody was at fault. You know, I ran through over the sidewalk, so that was my fault, and his fault was not being focused enough to press the brakes. So, yeah, I think it was a mutual blame. But they still ruled out in my favor. Because he should have used the brakes on time. Because the cars were made to use the brakes on time like that. I don't think the driver was to blame.
Windweaver.
Like I said, there was like a truck parked close, and I just ran through. I didn't see the car, or something like that, to the best of my memory. I think the driver was innocent. It's just his insurance company still had to rule in my favor. I think that was the case. It was an accident. Yeah, Gal, that is probably right. He probably drove about the speed limit. That cross, that part of the road, everybody is doing the same shit. It was a sidewalk, Gal. Sidewalk. Zebra.
Great captain.
Jaywalking.
I will go.
The crossing, yeah, it was a crossing, yeah. It's probably why they ruled in my favor. Yeah, hit me on a sidewalk, yeah. Well, that part of the town, they always drive fast on that area. Even today. Sometimes I go there to use a tram, and they always drive fast. Yeah, you're probably right, because I got hit on a sidewalk, he was in the fault. But I was running over it, you know, maybe might not have given enough time. I don't know. Ever since that happened, I'm really careful on the sidewalks. It's, you get traumatized for life with this shit.
The forest speaks.
The thing is, when the cars or anybody is driving on the road, they are always supposed to slow down when they're no matter, you know, what kind of traffic rules are, they need to slow down when they're crossing the sidewalks or the crossings. It's just common sense. Even on the really busy streets, like the big ones. They should not go crazy over the sidewalks. But guys, there was one good thing that happened with this. When I was doing my physical therapy, The girl's there. Fucking hell, man. Hottest girl I ever seen in my life. There was a couple of months of good physical therapy. Anyways, I'm gonna take a short break here, boys. Be back. I'm here, boys. So that rum bottle is empty. My brother had 2 drinks. 0.7 liters. We need 1 liter bottles. So I was just saying, those girls in physical therapy. I remember something like the most hottest girls I ever seen. They always seem to have like the clothes they had on, like those white uniforms. They always feel like tight with their bodies. They always had like calm, understanding voices. Literally the women you want to marry, if you're into such thing. Gal says, my friend was driving bicycle at night and crashed on the sidewalk. There was nobody around, but he broke his arm and had to call an ambulance. He still got a fine for causing material damage his bike and physical damage to the accident participant himself. Literally an idiot tax. Wow. Wow. I don't know. If you're in such thing on Nuzi, I don't know. I don't think I get married. I'm too selfish to go into a marriage. One, you know, like one time a thing, one night stands, sure. Getting married, I don't know, man. Get it? That's a serious obligation. You're not only responsible for yourself anymore, but you have to be respectful of other person's feelings as well. Plus, if the children come in the mix as well, that's a whole different game. Probably it is. Probably is. It's probably rewarding for sure. Especially if planned, but I don't know, it's I'm already a little take care of my family here. I don't think I have time for anything else. I have stream in my life, family on the second spot, and my hobbies on the third spot. That's literally my life. And now to get another person in my life that I probably have to put in first place, even over the stream, that seems like such a big obligation. If I do something, it's not gonna be half-assed like the CA does it. I have to respect the other person. It's their life too, not just my life anymore. So it's a big thing.
I go.
Man and man marriage, I'm not sure if homosexual marriage is allowed in our country between a man and a man. I think between a woman and a woman is allowed. So, maybe somebody knows. I have nothing against homosexual people, but I'm not sure if they allow man and man marriage in Croatia. I think they allow women and a woman and a woman. I know several homosexuals in real life, but I've never really asked them about it. It's called differently. It is allowed. I'm not sure. I mean, it's good it's allowed. It's not metal, just some sex communion. I mean, doesn't matter who your partner is gonna be is gonna be your partner in life. You know, there should be laws to protect you and him or her or the other pronouns. As I see girls with girls and men with men all the time. I remember a few weeks ago there was a girl kissing a girl in front of the main on the main square in front of the statue. There was this old guy. He's like just focusing his glasses. Is that a girl kissing a girl about to get a heart attack? I'm not sure if he got sexually aroused or he was like shocked that there's a girl kissing another girl on the main square. That's like a normal thing to see. Shockedly aroused.
Protector of the forest.
It's kind of bizarre thing to object to somebody's sexual orientation. It's like, what the fuck? Everybody cares, man. There's already so much people there. Who the fuck even cares what their sexual orientation is?
Guarding. I go.
I guess religious organizations would be the first ones to object, but they're no longer that relevant anymore. They try to be, but not anymore. But wouldn't they fake us with a gay, Elich? Are traps gay? I don't think so. I don't think so. Kalidius not a VIP, gotta level up here.
Defender of Argwylon. Tracking.
Yeah, for sure, calling for sure.
Protector of the forest.
I don't want to upgrade any of these things. My mother is like old school communist. She's really against these things. She has some really hardcore opinions about the state of things in the world and shit. She's like pro Putin and shit like this. But it is what it is, you know. The old people are just old people. They're just like living in a different world. Me, you know, war is not the way, and you should not really try to influence or control anybody's lives. You should allow the people to live however they want, as long as it's within the, if it's within the law. This is a modern country here, not some extreme country that still exists in this world. Elich Karad by the West. I had respect for Putin. But when he started the war in Europe in 21st century, you can't respect a man like this anymore. That's just fucked up, man. War is not the way. You play war in video games, not in the real world. When the world is at war, doesn't matter who, everybody will feel it. Everybody. And it's bad for everybody. War on this planet is the worst thing. And it's really sad that it happens in 2023. And especially in Europe, of all places. One of the places they have seen the most war of any place in the world. It's fucked up. You think they would have learned by now? Draika! What does Draika want? Non-aggression. An aggressive faction offer non-aggression. Why not? One of my most vivid memories in live calling is when the city was being bombed. That's how fucked up it is. Just imagine we were just like a few years old and you still remember it. That's like an experience you don't want to wish on anybody. Durtu is in the east fighting Grand Kate for, just for the, you know, get to fight Grand Kate.
Cathay extends the
These guys are
hand well.
allied with the Jade Custodians. Maybe we can bypass their alliance. Bypass the alliance. Who's their available? Defense or the Great Plan? There's no diplomacy available with these people. I guess we can only bypass their
The
alliance.
dragon-blooded.
What was that confederation about? One battle against Grand Kate and we get the jungles of China.
Bow, for you are in the presence of celestial blood.
The Raika if we win 5 battles against the Wood Elves. That's one is tricky. My barber is Syrian. A lovely person. He's from Aleppo. Now that I think about it, I need to visit my barber. I need to take a... I need to get a shave. There's no towers here. Did you guys know that on Pluto there is a region of Pluto called Mordor and Cthulhu? Gal says, Elich, I got almost killed during the war when I was leaving the shelter after Christmas. Bombing buses waited to end of the artillery attack, sirens, and then someone hit the entrance of the shelter. My bladder saved me as I stopped at the toilet and the shelter exited. I take a piece of blast, almost broke 2-inch thick safety doors. 2 folks died. Damn. Yeah, that's fucked up, man. Like, isn't it like literally a war crime to bomb after they lost the war? It's like, I don't understand what is the purpose of it. You don't have enough bomb to literally do anything. You're just gonna kill some civilians and do some property damage. Well, apparently I'm not sure who it was. Might have been the NASA probe or something. When they got close to the planetary body, I'm not sure it's a planet anymore. They were asking the public to name the regions, and there's a region on Pluto called Mordor. Or something like that. Apparently the Google says is the Pluto's largest moon. It might not even know the Pluto. Pluto is officially a real place. Mordor is a real place. Mordor Macula is the informal name for a large red area about 475 kilometers in diameter near the North Pole of Charon. Pluto's largest moon. So it's not even a Pluto, it's Pluto's moon. I didn't even know that Pluto had moons. It is named after the black land called Mordor in J.R.R. Tolkien's Land of Lord of the Rings. I thought it was on Pluto, but apparently Pluto has moons. Pluto is a very small place. I think Pluto is smaller than Russia. I'd also been confusing that with something else. Blue spot another moon, yeah. Well, most of the planet are inhabitable. It's like it's a thing. My policy with these things is to turn off attack animations to improve the melee stuff. Because I feel like if the fire wheel is enabled, it's gonna conflict with its attack animations. I wonder if they're ever going to do anything about what's the TV show called? The best sci-fi TV show lately? The one where the Mars and the Earth are separate. Goddamn, that one was good. Expanse. I wonder if they're going to expand the Expanse universe, the best sci-fi of recent years. Goddamn, that was so amazing. Expanse is fucking incredible. If you haven't seen it, you missed out. Yeah, it was finished apparently. I wonder if they're gonna do anything more about it. Shit Wizard was the person to convince me watching that show. after I stopped after a few episodes, and I kept watching, and it turned out one of the best shows ever.
The woods rage!
As you say. Yes, quick.
Look at that damage, man. Like, what the fuck? Who balanced this shit? That shit is so broken.
Orders understood.
Raised by Wolves, I still need to watch the second season. I've been rewatching Banshee lately. I love Banshee.
Argwylon Eternal!
This shit is ridiculous. This is like might be top. This might be the strongest spell in the game. Argwylon? I haven't seen Argwylon now. I love Banshee. It's like something else.
Hand of the forest!
It has everything, Goland. I love Justified as well.
Men.
You know what's the problem here, guys? It's kind of like it's weird because we have intensity buff.
Foresha.
Talon of Kurnos!
I will.
I think Dwellers Below is a little bit better in this update because the AI is very passive in some situations. I forgot about this one.
Deepwood May.
You don't have to use all the units in the army.
The Great Hunt!
You only forget about things if you lost the battle, if you didn't use it in the end. My policy was always been that you just use what you need and not everything. I wonder if there are Rule 34 dryads on the internet. I need to check it out on the stream.
Turn and regain your honor.
Well, I'm drunk and I'm allowed to say stupid shit. I remember sexing dryads in The Witcher 1. Roll of life is just stupid.
As you say.
But I like the fact that Lord of Life adds a tactic element to the game, which wasn't present in the game before they added it.
Lead, Captain! Highborn Captain ready! Lady of Lauren!
The forest cool.
Miasma in Warhammer 3 is actually stronger than Warhammer 2.
Fleet Guard Commander!
The Eastern Lords and Dragon Lords in less clothes for sure, like Murati. I approve this shit here. No clothes for the Asians. Cancel me. What do we have here? This is close to our forest, which we're gonna confederate now. The Confederate Spirits of Shanlin. We got Jungles of China. Trash, okay. Nothing really that good. I think this is good. Bigger. How do you read this? Jungles of Xi'an? Is it Xi'an? But you know, we maybe call it Jungles of China.
Arbonis Elchant.
A terrible trait.
Arbonis Elchant.
It's another terrible trait. Malevolence, I guess we can't disband those.
Saluten. Saramis. Altim Lugna Grasdiad. Elmstant.
The Eagles are good to counter the units that will bother us since we are playing an imbalanced melee composition. They also go well with Spell Singer and the Glade Captain.
Protector of the forest.
We talk shit about the Eagles of old, but Eagles have very overtuned attack animations. If they actually put more effort, like in every unit, like they did in Great Eagles, the game would have been in such a different place.
Tracking.
So, Gal, the Wood Elf settlements do not require surplus population to upgrade, but they take more money and longer time to upgrade. It's basically the same thing.
The forest is whispering.
Malevolent units have Frenzy. That's the main difference. They got Frenzy, which makes them stronger. Frenzy is a good ability in those units.
Moving. Your actions are in vain. Swiftly.
Look at the Geld, man, controlling all this shit. Wood Elf core settlement does not require surplus population, so it takes longer in time. In Warhammer 3, they extended when they reworked the buildings. They extended the core building build time. Frenzy is really nice on Dryads and 3-man. It's okay on the 3-kin. 3-kin are poor at dealing damage, they're just good tanking.
Following your orders. I go.
Man, Gelt is huge.
Who calls? Protector of the oak.
It does look like Orion's bonus works for the AI.
Who calls?
Great, me head is splitting. I get out. Throw enemy.
Good night, Gal. See you tomorrow.
I do not bandy words with the weak. Leave.
Let's see if he gets even more military. Ooh, relations with Dark Elves, cheaper, a lot of shadows and a lot of dark magic. It's like one of the weaker ones at the end. Oh, this is nice. It's not critical we recruit here, but we probably should at some point.
Sivla Grastiat. Elchan Grastiat.
What is even there to build here? There's literally nothing. Nothing for at least my way of flavor. Guess we get that.
Asrei. Flaxina. Tuat. Tula. Vulvo.
The guy has 4 enemies and he wants what? Non-aggression pact. Well, since you offered it, I'll say yes, you get to live. Hey, Vash. Am I still trying to get bloody on Durtu? Well, that's like the dream, Goki. It's like always main goal, Durtu bloody. I think the most impressive part of this campaign is to see Orion have a ridiculous military. Well, we have a rule in this campaign. We're not allowed to auto-resolve with Durtu or replace Durtu. Same with the High King. Okay, what do we have here? Drutendor is the military shit wizard.
Elmshant. Bir Ashkal. Vulvonstrava. Rola. Flaxina.
The rats are coming.
Stop now!
Recruitment slots. Or global. The range units murder Trikin though.
That's logical. Deepwood Guardian. Silently.
Guardian of the Deepwood.
I think Igitlo is a better outer zone than Ryan.
Orders.
Unless Ryan deploys it better.
Swiftly.
It's unpredictable. Turtu will be fighting the Grankte here. Only this here. Yeah, the AI has had issues with 3.0. Some questionable stuff happening in the campaign map, but in the battles it's really bad. The worst we have seen so far. Why do you think I'm drinking every day? This 3.0 update with a smoke screen, overpriced DLC, and everything else shit. We are definitely more critical about this shit, but I don't think we're at the fault here. I love alcohol. I would be alive if I said no.
We make up.
You know, guys, you who are here, you 300 people, but I would just wish for once, for a couple of weeks, maybe 3 months, opium. We would just be hyped, excited, and just loving everything. Can we go back to that? Is this ever gonna happen again? Maybe with Medieval 3 they deliver like the best game ever. Grinders with the knights, spear sergeants, men-at-arms, and the levy troops. Knights delivering proper charges, incredible medieval music. Pope declares the crusade, and we get good religious music where everybody goes hype. Because it's looking less and less that Warhammer 3 is gonna deliver anything really anymore. The roadmap looks good, but 3.0 patch is shit. It looks like they're just giving promises here to, you know, making sure that shit is gonna get better. It's always darkest before the dawn. I was surprised by the roadmap, and I hope it delivers. And this is not really the copium or anything else. When I saw Emperor and Dwarves there, maybe it's subjective, but I think it's gonna be fine. As long as they don't make game any worse than it is already, I'll be satisfied. We are at the stage of Warhammer 3 where the best we can hope, more content and some reworks without them making shit worse. Because they're not going to get, they're not going to really make it better anymore unless they get lucky. For anything else, we got rum and coke. And rum is gone. Nobody switch. I don't have anything else to drink. I'm not gonna drink whiskey anymore tonight.
The wolves rage!
I wouldn't mind trying Darkest Dungeon too. But right now we're busy, like really busy. This month is pretty much sorted. Next month is my birthday. We gotta play a horror game. Most likely Resident Evil 4 or Stasis. Bone Totem. I hope it stays Bone Totem because I don't want to play another Resident Evil game. I want to fap to Resident Evil stuff, not play those games anymore. So hopefully it stays as Totem. And then we got a good variety of stealth campaigns. Into Vacation and Battle Brothers.
To arms!
I'm out of rum, so if he's switching, I'm gonna have to start drinking whiskey.
Lady of Lauren!
Cooking whiskey? Yeah, it's cooking whiskey. Is there such a thing as cooking whiskey? It's scotch. Some cheap scotch, but it's good. I like it.
Captain repositioning! Kill them!
They're out it already, yeah. I have yet to be disappointed by any scotch. Like, all the scotches I tried were good. Even the cheap ones. Maybe it's just my preference. Yeah, they got shocked to Lauren. This is not supposed to be a battle, but we have a house rule. Is it me, or we haven't played in Norska today? It's been a good day today, I think. Without Norska. I want to see the fat man, yes, for sure. I'm not betting you, Sergeant Pepper, I'm just saying the facts. I don't expect to play Norska today. I had to really give my brother like 400 euros, so... This is literally where the next few days of this shit is going through. My brother is leaving for like 3 months. Gonna go to training in Austria and work somewhere in Europe on a boat.
Whispering.
It's Nurgle. It is Nurgle, yeah.
I go.
I'm gonna be playing for another hour.
Guardian of the Deepwood.
We can play another one and a half hour. 1.5 hour.
Hunting.
I have no plans really for tomorrow, so we're probably gonna have a long stream tomorrow. Thursdays are awkward days, so probably best to play long streams.
Argwylon Elchant. Elchant Grastian.
So we need Marconos to lower the coast there.
Vaira Artim Lugna.
If anybody switches Norsk right now, I'm probably gonna stay up for like until we get the router restart, which is like in 3 in the morning. I don't think I'm gonna be hangover tomorrow. It's just been like not even that much alcohol. .7 liters of alcohol doesn't do much anymore over 5-6 hours. I build up a tolerance. It's like energy drinks. Like you don't drink energy drinks for 3 weeks and you drink a Monster and you're like buzzed as fuck. You're pumped as fuck. But if you drink like Monster every day, it's like it's just to keep you to get you going. You only need to drink like 3. There's nothing really to build here.
Fraxina Ultra.
Have you guys seen them? I'm not sure if you got it in your country as well, but we got no sugar mango monster. Mango was my favorite monster back when I drank the sugary ones. They finally made the flavor with mango without sugar. That's the best one. Best monster mango. My favorite monsters are mango and mule. Mule is with ginger. Those are the best ones. And they're both without sugar. Because if you want to drink all that shit, best not to drink another 60 grams of sugar. Mango is... I love mango. Mango is fucking amazing. And I'm not talking about monsters, just mango in general. Same here, VDTV. Last time I measured my blood pressure, it was optimal, and my heart beat was 58. I do a lot of cardio every day. It's funny, you know, when I was last year, when I was rushing the stairs, I would literally die before I reach the top. Now I reach the top and I can keep going. I recover within a minute. Look at those bastards sneaking in the forest. They ignored the Orion. My nephew was rushing the uphill at one of the areas, and I ran to just get ahead of him. I barely lost my breath.
I refuse.
This is very strange getting ignored by Ryan.
Small brain.
Stairs are... if you rush the stairs, it's one of the most strenuous activities you can do. If you climb the stairs and you're out of breath, you're in a really poor physical shape. If you can rush the stairs for over 45 seconds, you're in no physical shape at all. That's how it was with me. It taken me 6 to 7 months to get in the shape to rush the stairs. Stairs are incredibly strenuous.
Stop now.
This is interesting. I think I leave the house once a week. Well, Rumi, you should move more. I recommend 5 to 10 hours of brisk walking a week. If you don't do it regularly and consistently, it doesn't do shit. You need to do it at least 5 to 10 hours a week. Stairs have been the hardest thing to overcome to get physically fit. The gravity on the stairs is a bitch. But doing such physical activity does wonders not only for your heart, but for your brain. If you don't move, your brain rots away. Because the only way your brain can get improved is with motion. It's the only way it gets signals. How the fuck is Ikit Clone only rank 12 on turn 43? Eggs can make you smarter, yeah, that's true. It is true. The best activity for the brain is exercise. Movement. This is a little bit tricky, they get 2 settlements in range. I guess we'll break our bank here. It took me nearly 6 months of this to get adapted. The change doesn't happen overnight. Anything that happens in the body is very slow. Even if you just change your diet, it will take 2 to 3 months to feel any difference. I think this is enough in both ways. Yeah. So what happens? You go crazy with exercise. Let's say you go 4+ hours of exercise in one day. That day you're gonna feel wrecked, but the benefits will take several days. And the body can only improve while you're sleeping. Because when you're sleeping, these processes turn on in the body, processes that don't work otherwise. So depending on what your level is, going crazy that might not do anything, and any change happens over time. Everything in body happens incredibly slow. Let's say you deplete your sugar supply in your body, you go into ketosis, and the next day you eat 400 grams of carbs. Your body will literally take several days to adapt, and you will not see any changes for several days. Everything is so slow. Well, when it comes to cardio, if you want to lose more weight, you can do it indefinitely if it's low intensity. But if you do like high intensity to just save time, it's a different thing. Low intensity exercise, you can do it for 6 hours. But the changes will not happen instantly. It will take several days to happen. And they only happen while you're sleeping. So you need really good sleep. Sleep is critical. This is bizarre that he's making this move. Really bizarre.
All hail Kernos. Swiftly.
Eternal Guardian. Tracking.
From my experience that I learned in the last 1.5 years of learning and studying health, there are literally reset points. And if you're stuck on the same weight, the only way you're gonna go through it if you don't eat for a couple of days. You need to let your body tap into the energy you have stored, and that's the only way you're gonna progress with the weight loss. It's rubber banding. The body has rubber banding. There are processes in the body that don't happen unless you're stop eating for 18 to 48 hours. The problem is, if you're a fat kid, you have more fat cells, and it's harder to lose weight. So you have to be more restrictive with your diet. And diet restriction is incredibly difficult for most people. It's the hardest thing in the world. There's nothing more harder than restricting your eating habits. Because eating is make you happy, and it's good for the morale. If you're a fat kid, you'll have harder time losing weight. It sucks. And eating makes you happy, so it's a thing you have to balance. It will require some serious willpower. There is nothing in the world that makes you happier than eating, I think. Yeah, that's true. That's true. People eat calories and not nutrients. So if you eat nutrients for like a couple of months, your body will change over time. But the calories still matter. If you're eating too many calories, your body will not change. If you're fat, for example. Like, for example, I'm physically fit right now, but I'm still fat. And to make the breaking point, I need to stop eating for a couple of days for my body to adjust. It's habits that's the main issue. Habits are a bitch. I drink a lot of alcohol, and alcohol is high in calories, so it's hard to lose weight. But I'm not gaining any weight either. Alcohol is like pure energy. It's even worse than sugar. I am 95 kilos at the moment. I'm trying to gain more weight, and eating a lot is so difficult. So if you want to gain more weight, you need to eat carbs every 2 to 3 hours. You increase your insulin, and it will make it impossible to lose weight if you're trying to gain weight. Eat every 2 to 3 hours. Keep your insulin high. Get insulin resistance, and you will start gaining weight. If you eat often, you get insulin resistant. If you don't eat often, you get insulin sensitive. Insulin sensitive is to lose weight. Insulin resistant is to gain weight. Oily food? No. It's carbs that make you gain weight, not fat. If you combine carbs and fat, that's how you gain weight. Fat alone will not make you gain weight. It will make you sated and lose weight. Carbs that makes you gain weight, because the body turns carbs into fat. Carbs make you hungry. Carbs turn into fat. Fat makes you sated and makes you lose weight. Right now, the thing that's making me literally maintain my weight is alcohol. I'm eating healthy food, really healthy food, all the nutrients, omega-3, protein, but I'm drinking alcohol, and this is literally managing my weight. If I dropped alcohol, I'll be losing weight. Yeah, carbs is the worst. There's nothing worse than carbs. The only time you want to eat carbs if they are combined with fiber. That's the only good carbs. You don't want to mix carbs with protein unless you're an athlete. And carbs with protein, if you're not an athlete, are the worst. Everybody's different, so you need a good mix. Some people can do low carb, some people can do medium carb. Everybody's different. If you're a fat kid, you need to do low carb. If you're like a fit kid, you can do medium carb. Carbs influence the hormones in your body, and the hormones make you fat. The key with this thing is low carb makes you less hungry, and you need to eat less. That's the only difference. Carbs make you hungry, fat doesn't make you hungry. So you eat more fat, you're less hungry, you can manage your diet better. And you need fat for your health, and you don't need carbs for your health. You need salt if you're exercising. If you're physically active, you need salt. You can easily eat a lot of salt. If you're sweating, you lose a lot of salt. Salt is a hard thing to balance. Salt is bad if you're unhealthy. You have high blood pressure. If you're fat, then the salt is bad. But if you're healthy, extra salt doesn't do shit. Your body will take care of it. If your kidneys are working fine, your body is healthy, extra salt doesn't do anything. It will just retain some water, and over time you will get rid of it. From my 1.5 years of experiments, I've noticed that I'm literally the healthiest, I feel the best, and I lose weight at the same time because I'm still overweight if I eat only once a day. The moment I eat twice a day, I maintain my weight because I'm overweight. And if I add alcohol to the mix, I maintain my weight even more. When I was doing keto diet and I was eating once a day, I was losing like 6 kilos a month. And it worried me a bit. It worried me a bit. So I started eating twice a day. Mostly because of habits. But if you're really fat, you don't really need to eat more than once a day. As long as you eat enough protein and nutrients. How much you weigh at the moment? 96 kilos. I've been the same weight the last 6 months. Mostly because of alcohol, I think. How tall? 178. My BMI is 31. So I'm overweight. I'm physically fit, but I'm still overweight. I can walk at 7 kilometers per hour for hours, but I'm still having trouble losing weight because I think because of too much alcohol. If I stop eating for 3 days and I go back to keto, I drop to 95 kilos and then I start losing weight again. But I need to stop drinking and stick to low carb. Alcohol is crazy energy. Alcohol has almost twice the amount of energy as the sugar. And it also creates some bad chemicals in your body as you process it. So you see, even worse than sugar, in a way. Depends how insulin sensitive you are. So it will prevent you from losing weight. I would love to lose another 10 kilos. But it's not going to happen unless I stop drinking.
Protector of the forest. Swiftly.
I refuse. Elchant Grastiad. Fraxina. Fraxina.
I notice in the days where my first meal is eggs, avocado, with some chia seeds and pumpkin seeds, the clean ones, with a little bit sriracha, and the second meal being a salad with some protein. If I eat that every day, I easily lose weight. Easily. But if I mix some alcohol with this, I maintain my weight. And this is a very satisfying, tasty food. Kebab is not even the problem. I can eat kebab every day. It's the alcohol that adds up. I eat pretty good food, I think. Very healthy. The problem is the alcohol on the top. Too much energy. I don't add much seeds, Chris. Just a little bit. Little bit. I ate pizza once in the last 2 months. 5 pizzas. It was 3, and I ate 1. I ate 1. Only 1. It was not a big pizza. Just a medium-sized pizza. I have pizza maybe once a month. Pizza is very good for the morale. Very good. The most satisfying meals I have are salads combined with fats. Like some kind of cheese, olive oil, avocado. 7 or 8 different kind of vegetables with it. These are the most satisfying meals. Lasagna, I love lasagna, but I don't really miss it. The only thing I miss is sour cherry pie, strudel, and apple cinnamon strudel. Bacon, you can eat bacon on a good diet. Bacon is good. As long as you don't combine with carbs, bacon is very good. If it's a healthy pig, bacon is good.
Arbonis Elchant.
Pig is very good for eat. Lots of energy, lots of nutrients, as long as it's healthy pig. If you eat low quality pork, well, that's bad. My opinion, there's nothing really better than a pig, as long as it's a healthy pig. Low carb salads are the best. You say other meats are way better. It's safer. It's safer overall for sure. Because the pig usually eats everything. It's not easy to find healthy pork. for sure. It's easier to find good beef and good chicken than good pork. But I love pork the best. Pork is the most satiating, satisfying meat I can eat. And it tastes the best. For me. You don't even have to fight this battle. If you don't prepare it right, chicken can definitely be boring. Beef is alright, but the pork has good ratio of fat and protein. It can never be bad. As long as it's healthy pig. Chicken breasts are the worst, chicken wings are the best, legs are good as well. You need to prepare chicken well, spice it well with other stuff, veggies. Chicken is boring. Unless it's wings. You need to do like 10 wings. Wings have like no, barely on it. The problem is the best meat are very expensive, so it's not realistic. And you can get some cheap pork. If it's a good quality pork, it can be beat by chicken or the beef, because it has more fat than the chicken and the beef. And the fat is just energy, and you need it as well for nutrients. The thing is, this is the thing with the TV. If you're not athletic, if you're not doing weight exercises, any meat has enough protein. Any meat. If you're like athletic, you're doing sports and you're going weights, chicken is probably the best. But fat is more important for a healthy lifestyle than the protein. You don't need protein to survive. You need fat. You only need so much protein to survive. If regular people don't need much protein, you only need so much. Fat, you need fat. Fat is important to your health and for your energy. Because the alternative, which is sugar, is bad. I've been 2 times on the keto diet where I actually ate too much fat, and it prevented my weight loss. And I also been on low carb diet when I ate too much protein, because I didn't exercise enough to use it. Because excess protein turns into sugar. So everybody's different. You have to just balance it for you. The balance of fat and protein is the most important for your health. Everything else depends what else you're doing. Because if you're really fit, you're thin, you never had problem with weight, you can definitely do more carbs. and they will do you well. You probably going to feel better. You'll have more energy. It will work for you. But for some people, it's not gonna work. It's all about the balance. I was actually drinking this protein thing every day. It was 50 grams of protein. It had about 25 grams of sugar. Which I think was still fine considering exercise of 4 hours. I wasn't losing any weight. I stopped drinking this and I started losing weight. So you need to, if you're doing lots of weightlifting, you need more protein. If you're doing lots of cardio, you don't need it. Protein is important for weightlifting if you want to build muscle, which will make it a little bit easy in the long term. But I find that tedious, really. So I need to drop protein and drop fat a little bit to lose weight, while maintaining low carb. Yeah, that is true, Twitch plus me. That is true for sure. But everybody's different. Everybody's different. You have to understand this. People don't get it if you're a slim kid or a fat kid. It plays a big role. As you're developing as a child, you will develop more fat cells if you're fat, and will make the fat loss much harder later. If you're a thin kid and you get fatter later, it'll be much easier to lose weight. So then you just need to count calories and not really bother about everything else. It's more complex than just eat less. Because if you eat good food, it's gonna be way better than just eating more shit food. Good food is gonna be more satiating, and you're gonna be feel better, you're gonna be healthier, and you're gonna be less hungry all the time. You just have to, at that point, fight your habits. The years you learned to eat all the time. If you can beat your habits, at that point it's gonna be easy to lose weight. But if you had problem with weight all your life, you need to drop to very low carb and eat just the right amount of fat and protein, so you don't have a difficult time losing weight. If you're exercising, lifting weights and doing cardio, you can get away with eating more of everything, but you need to be consistent. Yeah, beer is good to gain weight. Terrible to lose weight unless you're really physically active. You need to be really physically active to drink beer every day and not gain weight. The type of energy that comes from beer is really bad energy. It'll just make you fat if you're not physically active.
Hunting.
It's all about balance and all what's right for you. Everybody's different. That's the most important thing. So it's gonna be a trial and error to figure out that for yourself. Right now, I'm maintaining weight and I'm kind of fine with it. I would definitely want to lose more weight, but I understand drinking this much alcohol, it's not possible to lose weight, because alcohol is really high in calories. It's pure energy. And That's acceptable. I made my peace with it. If I stop drinking, I lose more weight. I could also add 1 more hour of exercise every day, which would be time consuming to keep up with it, but it's just easy to stop drinking, right? Yeah, the strongmen, they eat a lot of everything, because the only way they're gonna bulk up even further than it's actually possible, they need to eat a shit ton of carbs while exercising at the same time. Like whatever it's possible for them, they need to go beyond that to gain even more weight. So the only way they're gonna go crazy weight, they need to just keep eating more and more and more. So get to the point where you're really physically fit, muscular, and you have a shit ton of fat at the same time. It's not pure muscle with TV. There's no way you can get that much weight with just muscle. There's no way you can just get that much weight with muscle. If you're 150 kilos and you're 10% fat, which is realistic, you still have 15 kilos of fat. And that's normal. It's not pure muscle. Even the most physically fit people will gonna have around 10% fat. Anything less is unhealthy. It's not sustainable. 2% body fat, that's unrealistic, not sustainable. The strong men are fat. They're muscular and they're fat at the same time.
Argwylon enchant. Argwylon enchant.
The only way these people can gain any more mass that's even possible, it's to use chemicals or just eat more carbs. Their body cannot simply gain any more mass without that. They need to go on those artificial stuff or use more carbs in their diet. They can't get any more weight. The body will just not do it. We're not talking about physically fit people here that just gonna go train, get or sculpt the bodies. These people just trying to gain more weight. And it's not just muscle anymore at this point. So they eat shit ton of calories, so the body will store more. They really need to go hardcore on their diet. And I'm not talking about restriction. They need to go crazy with the calories. I don't think anybody's healthy with if they have like a 110, 120 kilos. You can't be healthy with that weight. Doesn't matter at what stage of the fitness you are. It sounds like really horrible for your body. Man, if you're really tall, that's a difference, right? Like if you're over like 6 feet. It's a little bit different, but it can be healthy to maintain such a body composition. Okay, boys, 2 in the morning, we'll save here. Tour 2 continues tomorrow, later today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Good night.